Today's episode of the Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our bonus packages. Please go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the bonus banner. You'll get access to all of our bonus content, and even better, you'll be helping out TMOS. So please quit sucking, and we thank you.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store, and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
First, I got to know, what's the difference between no sugar and 3 sugars?
We are dealing with the lowest common denominator.
LCD.
Of, is it Homo sapien?
I think, yeah, that's
the word, right?
Let's give him all the best of it.
Human.
Sure.
Right?
Oh, by the way.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Mike O'Mara.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yay, Mike, 59 today.
Do it.
Yeah, still getting it
Getting
done.
it done.
Still
Hot
getting it
wife,
done.
New kid.
Ice cream factory.
That's right.
Happiness.
Yeah, well, new kid.
Well, they're happy. The
They're happy. The kid
and
is
Carla
happy.
are happy.
Yeah. Carla's happy.
Mike's, right?
You know what? This is his year.
If Mike was happy, the show wouldn't be the same.
No, if it would be the
It'd
Bob
be
and
Bizarro
Susan.
Land.
It would be the Bob and Susan show or whatever.
Bob and Tom.
Bob and Sherry.
Don't get happy.
That's his
whole
motto.
thing.
Yeah, that's his deal. Okay, so happy birthday, Mike. But what about the sugar?
Just, okay. Walking in the building.
It's
right?
so great. I spend the whole evening and the entire morning prepping, and this becomes our lead story right away.
Walking in the building.
Yeah.
I see Diego walking out, and he looks at me, double gun point, says, "Getting you a Red Bull." And I'm like, well, had kidney stones, probably don't need a Red Bull. That's to myself.
Right.
So I say, catch that man and tell him no Red Bull. I would like a latte with 3 sugars and a bar from across the street.
And before we even get to that, know that Adrian makes this run 3 minutes before the show.
He does.
He's been here all morning.
He does, right?
So he leaves the building, and you catch him, and you give him specific instructions.
And I was like, and I say, I'll Venmo you the cash. Right? That's how we roll.
So it's
digital currency.
It's not just a throwaway conversation.
No, we were on the stoop of the building, and we rapped for a little bit about it, right? We talked.
Right on, brother.
Yes. And I said, all right, thanks, man. And he goes, I got you, Oscar. Like, real assertive.
Sure.
Real confident, real sure of himself, right? Like, he's the man about town. He's super producer Diego / Adrian, whatever he is on Twitter, Adrian, TMOS.
He's riding high on his bonus show appearance from last week.
Oh, my God. He murdered last week.
Yeah,
what
he was
happens
the king of Bonnaroo with his child's tent.
What happens when you murder?
You get caught.
You get caught.
That's right.
Yeah, but when you murder on air, there's always that letdown afterwards.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
right?
it's a
you
curve.
You got to fight it.
Yeah, you can't stay
all
there.
be the home runs.
Right.
We learned that today. When Diego came back upstairs with a coffee with no sugars, I was fine with that. I didn't really make a big deal about it. I liked how Rob makes him pay the price and say, go get his sugars. But he also
It was such a great moment.
Yes, it was.
You said, how many sugars are in this? You took a sip.
Well, because it tastes like black tar heroin.
And he said, no sugar, just like you said. And you just said, 3 sugars. I said 3
I said,
sugars.
no big deal, I'll drink it. Rob said, no. We got to teach him a lesson. He's got to go get the sugars.
This is why my dog is well behaved.
Right?
Right.
And then, mind you, all of this, if you're looking at this outside of the context we're in, of the body of failure that we've had to carry around this radio station for this broadcast center for years now.
Yes.
Like a friggin' 100-pound potato sack bag that we're just over our shoulders carrying from state to state, from live show to live show. Yes. Without that context, I'm a monster. With the context, know that man has failed us so many times.
Yes.
That it just was. I'm beaten down. You didn't see me get upset. It was just,
no.
Okay.
I you know what I was? I was the guy that came in. I was your advocate.
You're the heavy.
I was, well, thank you. Not as heavy as I used to be, but still, yes. But yeah, I advocated for you because you don't need to start your day stacked on disappointments.
Not a big deal. I know what I'm working with.
Yes,
as soon as I'm done giving the carrier pigeon that's blind the message that's supposed to go to the wall,
yes,
right? And he doesn't make it there.
What happened is you were playing Iron Chef, and they handed you a basket of really rotten ingredients.
Yes, I'm like,
It's like the cheese has gone bad.
I know what's gonna go.
So
I can melt everything, see what happens.
Yeah,
right?
that's you hope for the best.
Yes.
You do the best you can.
Mm-hmm. Then Rob's like, "Where is his bar?" And he's like, "Oh, the line was so long." Whatever that means, because he was in Starbucks.
Yeah, he was still. I mean, he was in the line to get the coffee. He succeeded in screwing up the coffee. And he could have gotten the bar at that time.
So I was like, don't worry about the bar. And then Rob was like, no.
No.
You have to go get the bar.
Get the
so
bar.
he goes and gets the bar, right?
Yeah. And then he says, it's been a long morning also. The line is long, the morning is long.
It's always not his fault. And then he goes and gets the bar and comes back with a bar that I've never even picked up with my hand before.
He says, they didn't have your favorite.
My favorite is oatmeal, boring oatmeal, or white macadamia, or peanut butter. I'll take any. You know what? I've eaten anything.
Yeah, all these Cliff Bars, these are all viable
I've never
options.
seen peanut toffee buzz, whatever that is, right?
Oh.
And if you're on camera right now, this is what I think about this.
Oh, no.
All right? So, good day to watch YouTube. Poor ESPN's and Dominique's doing a national show, and I'm throwing Cliff Bars across the room.
I was nearly hit by a peanut toffee buzz.
Those guys are wild over there. That's why they're not on the radio, except for in 2 markets.
Morning Zoo.
All right. So that's on the floor now.
Yes.
So I think I have this moment of clarity to myself.
Right.
And I say out loud, I can't believe that guy's in the hospitality business because all he does is disappoint.
That's true. Do you run into this at work?
No, I'm excellent at work.
Let me ask you this.
Tell them about your hot chocolate promotion.
Hold on a sec. Hold on. Hold on. What's the percentage in your mind? And don't use some crazy algorithm or math. Just give me a flat percentage,
right?
Right?
Okay.
Something simple. Of the times that people come back and say, hey, my key doesn't work.
All the time, but that's because it's their fault because they put their keys next to their phones, next to magnets or whatever they have in their wallets, and it demagnetizes them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Could it be that between your huff, huff, pass, pass, puff, puff,
right.
give,
bubble,
huff,
bubble,
huff,
bubble, bubble.
Definitely don't give.
All of those, and again, you potheads out there, this is not an isolated incident. There's a track record of THC failure.
Yeah,
right?
if he was Facebook, he'd be trending right now. This is what he does.
Do you think when you're going through the process of magnetizing the card and programming it to the room,
yes,
there have been times where you just forgot that process and just gave them the key inside that envelope and said, "Good luck, man"?
No, because it's a reflex. It's muscle memory to give. I know my job. I do it well. I do it great.
Okay, Trump. I do have a question. If you're in the hospital,
I'm successful.
We have the biggest keys.
He said all the time with the keys coming back.
Now, here's the thing.
Our keys suck.
You are, yes, I'm sure it's the keys' fault and the morning's fault and the length of the line.
The year 2018, why do we still have keys?
When I was a boy, you got an actual physical key. We've actually made strides. I mean, now it's the card. Now, when you do the card presentation, you're in the hospitality business, which means basically you provide, right?
I do provide.
Why not provide them advice of not putting it near their phone?
I do, but it's like I said.
Give me your spiel. Hand me my key and tell me what you say.
All right, so here's your key. First number is going to be the floor. Elevator's right between the little hallway right next to you. Breakfast complimentary from 6 a.m. until 10. Wi-Fi also complimentary, just your last name and the room number. Room service provided until 11 p.m. You'll find the menu for O'Malley's Irish Pub inside of your room.
I've already tuned it out.
Exactly.
When you hand the key, you must say, "Please do not put this by your phone."
Mm-hmm. That's a given.
It's not a given.
Yes, it is.
No, then why do they keep bringing it back?
Because they're idiots. They just stuff their keys into pockets.
That's hospitality. Do you want to actually give the address of your hotel?
22700 Holiday Park Drive. Give me a call.
Oh, yes, ring me up, ladies.
Bored.
I'm on the gram.
I haven't had a day off since Bonnaroo. I'm tired.
Okay, but you don't have a day off because you went on a weeks-long trip not working.
I get that. It was paid vacation. I got paid.
Okay, then
what side are you arguing?
I don't know anymore.
See, this is what we deal with.
That is.
Okay,
this is such this should be shown in a health class.
It's a great footnote in his history of failure, right? Because there is a body to this story. And the body involves another transaction that we have been holding on to for about a month now.
Yes.
And it involves, and look, if you're asking why are you beating up on the kid's great. Like
this is a celebration,
this is
really.
A celebration. Yes. And if you can tell, my tone is no longer "I'm going to help you change your life, son." It's more like, your lot in life is your lot in life.
Yeah, that darn Adrian.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, you know what? He's become less of an intern and more of a wacky neighbor.
Yeah.
You know who you are? You're Newman.
You're Kramer.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're Dennis the Menace.
Wow, that's 3 different people.
Hello, Diego. So I will say this, as a member of the hospitality industry, even though he is a consistent screw-up, he does jump to the chance to help out at any given time.
Oh, just quick sidebar.
Please.
before you get into this, know that today's YouTube presentation, the first few minutes of the presentation is me just going back and forth, shaking my head like this in an awkward way. So feel free to make a meme out of that, because I'm staring at Diego. And I can barely see the screen of his iPad that he's running off these camera switchers off.
Right.
And I'm seeing if he actually just has me on camera just doing this crazy thing.
Right.
Or he has you who is talking.
Right. Right.
He had me doing this crazy thing on camera while the show was starting.
I think he has a favorite. That's all
No,
I'm
it's
saying.
not that. It's that he's either he wants to have sex with me or he just was trying to fix the camera. But all of that should have been done prior to this escapade.
Right. True enough.
The man has a system that is broken.
It's a broken system.
Which applies to the story you're about to tell.
As I said, and here is a rare, well-placed compliment. When people need help, Adrian jumps to it. He loves to do it. He often screws it up, but he's always there to do it. And I mean, he goes back to even to gluing the tiles to the ceiling.
He's like Hancock.
Yeah.
No superpowers.
That's right.
Well, Hancock had them, but without the superpowers, he tries to fix things, he makes things worse. And then the city of Los Angeles turns against him.
He is forgetful man.
Yes.
So one thing that he'll do occasionally, if we want something for lunch or something from Starbucks, as evidence today, he will go get it for it. Now, Pony, you wanted...
I wanted a bagel dog.
A bagel dog.
It's
and
a bagel and a hot dog.
Yeah, we have a surly staffed bagel store across the way from us called Einstein Bagels. Great bagels, lousy coffee. And he sent him down to get a bagel dog, which is a simple transaction.
Yeah, very simple.
So what happens?
All right. So first of all, it was
Can
a
you
tough
give him a
day.
little gain, please?
Yes, of course.
The man's got a thin voice.
Yeah.
I don't have a thin
all that
voice.
smoke. Yeah, oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You just
very
have to process
thick
it.
voice. DJ voice.
No, you don't.
So I order Matt's bagel dog from Einstein Bagels, and I'm have the bagel dog. I'm ready to go back. I'm ready to go please Matt. You know, say, hey, I got your bagel dog.
I'm ready
I
to go
stepped-
please Matt.
Please me.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it. Pretend you're talking to a girl that you actually have a shot with.
All right, that makes it worse because now I'm nervous and awkward.
Okay. Pretend you're talking to a girl that you got to pay for sex.
All right.
Good.
Now I'm confident.
That's
Go
right.
ahead.
All right.
Slip into client mode.
So I step out of the Einstein Bagels and I get a hot text from Rob saying Shannon needs a breakfast sandwich.
Yes.
And
Shannon Santana.
Shannon
Yeah.
Santana needs a breakfast sandwich
Shantana.
Shantana.
right
And,
away.
you know, I have spent a lot of time with Shannon after the show, and we enjoy each
She's
other's
got
company.
opinions,
she's
let me
great.
tell you.
You know what? She has opinions, and she's not shy about sharing them.
No, she's not.
That's going to be a new podcast between me and Rob Ford and Shannon, and it's called Rob Ford's It's Going to Be Okay. Because what'll happen is Shannon will come into a room, issue an opinion, and then we'll discuss it.
Yeah.
And then once it settles down, Rob just says, it'll be okay.
I believe she came in and she said, "Where's Adrian?" I said, "Oh, he's getting a bagel dog at Einstein." She says, "What? Tell him to get me a goddamn breakfast sandwich and a hand-squeezed orange juice."
That was pretty much it. There
man.
might not have been a goddamn in there, but
I think there was.
there was definitely that
Everyone
tone.
thinks she's sweet. She's a tyrant.
So you get the hot text.
Yes, so I get the hot text and I go back inside and I place my sunglasses, my Diet Coke, and Matt's bagel dog on the table where I was sitting waiting for the order. And so I go to the front to the register place and I ask them to, for the breakfast sandwich and a freshly squeezed orange juice, but they didn't have that. They had simply orange, which I think is good enough.
Yeah, you
But
know
it
what? Good
wasn't.
enough for government work.
Well,
Yes.
he's in the hospitality industry. How many times have you said to a hotel guest, "Oh, that's good enough"?
Here's a square
All the
bagel.
time.
For you, a square bit like the square eggs. Yeah,
Bunch of squares.
Square bagel.
So I get the sandwich. I turn around. Everything is gone from my table. My sunglasses, my Diet Coke, and Matt's bagel dog disappears. So I'm looking around and I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe Charlie or maybe Chris Freites, someone from the show came into Einstein Bagels and saw me and is playing a trick on
Like
me.
they're punking you.
Exactly.
Chris Freites does that.
classic
all the time.
Freights.
Classic Freites.
Work at CNN, steal a hot dog bagel.
Running down the street laughing, wearing his sunglasses.
So I'm looking around. It's like, oh, where are these guys? Like, oh man, they got me good. But no, enough's enough. So I'm looking. I can't find anyone. I can't find anything. And I look outside and I see my Diet Coke. And outside, eating Matt's hot dog bagel or bagel hot dog is this homeless guy that I've been seeing all morning outside of the Starbucks.
Lurking.
Yeah.
And I march up to him. I'm so mad because it's already been a hard day, a tough day.
Wait. So we've accounted for he's eating the hot dog bagel.
Yeah.
He's drinking the soda.
Not drinking the soda.
Okay, but he's got the
But he
soda
has
with him.
got it, yeah.
Where are the sunglasses?
On the table with him. He's
Okay.
not wearing them.
So
Thank
he's
God.
hanging out with him.
So he
Yes.
went into the bagel place, grabbed it, and made a dash, but not very far.
No, he just went outside to the outdoor seating area.
Yeah, but he had to go inside to get the stuff.
Yeah,
right?
he did. Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. Later, when we were discussing this homeless gentleman, I knew exactly who he was talking about based on his outfit, because when I pulled in that morning, this same guy was in front of the bagel bakery for no reason, pointing at the sky.
Yeah.
The whole time.
I've seen him. He's a nice guy.
He's nice enough. So, yeah. So
I
know.
bought him gloves when it was cold outside.
Oh, I bought him ice cream when it was
And
cold
I
outside.
may not have let him sleep in the little vestibule here.
Well, he's a good guy, and he's
Yeah.
personally responsible for having locks on all the bathrooms now in the building.
Well, that
that's-
had nothing to do with that.
No. So you go, do you approach him?
Oh, yeah, I approached him.
What is your mood?
I was like, dude, I just snatched everything. Like, that's mine. And I just snatched it out of his hands, like the food, the bag of food.
Yeah.
And in hindsight, after I got yelled at,
what'd you do?
I marched back.
Wait. First of all,
Yeah.
don't get to the finish line. You got to explain what happened.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
not to the conclusion
Yes.
Okay, so I'm really upset. I'm really mad that this guy just went inside and took my food and my sunglasses and my drink. So I walk outside. I'm like, dude, this is mine. What are you doing? And I snatch everything out of his hands. I take my Coke and I take my sunglasses. I go back inside and I go up to the cash register and I said, I don't know if this has been touched or what, but that guy out there has been, picking
Stealing
at it.
food, yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm guessing that the helpful staff at the bagel place answered with, what?
No, they were like, again?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, they're right. They're aware of him. They know him.
Okay, so what did you do with your food?
Yeah.
That he had.
I took it back and they took it. I gave it back to them.
So you,
You turned it in?
I turned it in.
Okay.
He doesn't deserve food. You don't.
No.
That's not how you get food.
No, you leave it
No.
with them.
You leave him there.
You gotta
No.
leave it with them.
Yeah.
No.
if someone is so hard up to steal food,
Let him
don't
steal it.
Don't you feel
Yes.
like,
Haven't
maybe
you
that
ever
guy's-
seen Les
that guy's got a
Mis?
bad beat.
There's a proper way to be homeless and a wrong way to be homeless.
He did
that
the
was the wrong
classic
way.
grab and snack, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So he drove by.
He did the classic dog and jog.
Except
Yeah.
you did take the sunglasses. You
Yeah.
get those back.
It was a snatch and snack. So
Snatch and snack.
you went back and you committed the same crime technically.
Yeah.
No, because I paid for it. It's my food.
Yeah, but it was, realistically, what's a hot dog
Are you
bagel
defending
cost?
the homeless
yeah,
guy?
what is a
I
hot
am
dog
too,
bagel
yeah, I
cost?
mean-
No, come on.
What is that hot dog bagel
Yeah.
bagel cost you?
Bagel dog.
Bagel.
Nothing.
What's a
Matt
bagel?
paid for it.
Okay,
Yeah, and it was like
what is
$4
the
or
price?
$5.
Oh, like $4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, $4.
Yes.
How much do you think that $4 means to Matt if he knows that a homeless man is more hard up for that than Matt is? Look at him; he doesn't even eat.
absolutely.
Well, after getting yelled at on my way back, apparently it means a lot to them.
Well,
Okay.
no, but also, what about this play? Did this even cross your mind? Go in and say, hey, he took my bagel dog. May I have a replacement, please? And then let him keep it.
I could have done that. And like I said, in hindsight, yes, that's what I should have done. And I felt bad the whole day for doing that.
You should have,
I
yes.
did. I do.
What do you do at the hotel if somebody has a problem? Do you go and punch them in the face and say, "I'll help you a little later on next time you have a problem"?
Of course not. I solve it. I fix it right there and then on the spot.
Yeah, because when I see you, I think problem solver.
Apply what you just said to your own situations.
Like I
See a
said.
guy with a problem. He clearly has an empty tummy. He wants a little snack.
Yeah.
He stole from you. That sucks. Be the bigger man and go, hey, look, you got a snatch and snack situation going on here. I need another bagel dog from my emaciated friend back in the studio.
And
Lesson
did they
learned. I'm gonna
replace
feed the homeless.
Did they replace it for free?
They did replace her for free.
You see,
Shrinkage.
Yeah.
No problem. Didn't cost you anything.
I was just so mad at the guy. Like I wasn't thinking straight. Like I was just so upset that someone would
The
do
rage.
that. I
Yeah.
was
The rage.
Yes,
The rage.
it was the rage.
did you keep the Diet Coke?
No, I let him keep it.
They didn't replace that?
No, because it was from here.
Oh,
Why did you take a soda from here down to the bagel place?
It was hot. Your
You're
boys
not
gotta
going to
stay hydrated.
dive between here and there.
you had to. Your total
It's
amount of
literally
time,
across the street.
the total space that you had to cover out of doors is like 80 yards.
Hey, the homeless guy got a free Diet Coke. We should be happy.
Okay.
Isn't that what you guys want?
You
That-
think
that's
so
fine.
circularly, it
It's the
pisses me off.
worst.
You mean squarely?
Okay.
It's square eggs.
Listen. Why does this happen to you all the time?
Yeah, you're like one of those strips that attract flies. You're
I
fly
don't know.
paper.
Great stories though, huh?
No,
Not really.
No.
I don't even want to get into the fact that when he came back and tried to tell us what happened, it took about 30 minutes for him to tell, because it was like watching Pulp Fiction.
And because you have such a problem telling stories,
I'm working on it.
we have like a BS detector that goes by.
Yeah.
And we know what the alternative fact story is. If we're taking a deep dive
What's
into
that?
your fake world, is that you're like, a bagel dog should take roughly that's a 10-minute round trip.
Right.
My car is a minute up the ramp here. I can go take a quick vaporizer shot to the dome. That leaves me roughly 7 minutes. By the time I get to the bagel place, hopefully there's a short line. So then I'm already getting the bagel dog by minute 7 of the 10 minutes. They're not going to even know I'm gone. And that doesn't leave any time for error when you have a snatch and snack situation happen to you.
That's right. You know what? You're based on precision, and
Yes.
it was monkeyed with.
And you're not a precision guy, man. You need a lot of leeway.
Yeah.
It means so much that you would think that I think like that.
No,
'Cause you give me a lot of credit right there.
Oscar has said this for years, is that pot smokers, they're always thinking about the next
They could
time.
have cured cancer by now.
That's all you're thinking about. Everything is an obstacle or an
Yes.
accelerant to get you to the next time you get to spark
How do
up.
I not program this key so I can go out behind the hotel
That's right.
and get high?
I just
Exactly.
want to nap. Rob found me napping this morning on the couch.
No, you weren't napping, but it was odd. He did have his shirt. He had his sleeves.
so cold in here.
Had his arms inside his sweatshirt.
You know, this is a professional environment. Half the people in here that don't know you, they just think
all know
there's
me.
a homeless man sitting on the couch, passed out.
They're
Yeah.
gonna take your bagel dog.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Just do me a favor.
Nice comeback.
Don't act like a toddler when you're here. All right.
Okay.
This
Act like
is-
a grown up. You
act
are
like
a
a
grown up.
grown-up.
I am a grown up.
I've seen you stare at a blank screen at a computer for hours during shows.
We've got another intern that does that.
Okay, well, again, I don't know. I've seen you do this. You have sat in the chair. So, just for perspective, for those of you not in the know, as we now are broadcasting from Podcast Village, right?
Right, yeah.
I have a clear line of sight to one of the edit bays.
Right.
And I've seen at least 2 occasions where Diego will go sit in front of a screen, and I'm waiting for him to pop up Adobe Audition.
Yeah,
or
even open the
or
application.
Final Cut Pro.
Something.
Or Adobe Premiere for video editing. And I'm doing the show, right?
Right.
And remember, I punched out on him, so I just like to know he's alive and happy, and you know, everybody just has different goals in life, and some people don't have any.
Before the show, after the show, we put a mirror under his nose.
Yes,
Just make sure he's
and
breathing.
he's a good egg. Like he's
a square egg.
We all have a family member that you're like, not coming to the wedding, but definitely going to see him during the high holidays.
Sure,
right?
he's welcome at Thanksgiving.
So I'm staring at him. And I know what the screensaver is that we put on there. That's like the default for any Mac, right?
Right.
And I'm waiting for the screen to change. I'm like, all right, man. He's just probably booting up right now.
Gotta be.
And you know, the cooling core in the computer. That's his heart's beating. He's gonna hit that keyboard soon, and something's gonna pop up. And then we're about 10 minutes into the show as we start the program after the vignette.
Sure.
I'm like, oh, maybe he was doing something on his phone, right?
Could be.
Now it's really gonna happen. The magic's gonna happen. I know he's got a bunch of responsibilities off air. He's gonna start really showing us what he's got.
Right.
Halfway through the show, we're into our third break. I think at that point we had some sort of interview, and I'm like, all right. I walk out during that quick break to get a soda, right?
Right.
And I look at him, and he's sitting there with his sunglasses on, staring at the screen.
Yeah.
I come to the realization that the guy had not booted up; he booted down.
Yeah.
So he was doing what he does in school, or he probably did.
When you saw his sunglasses, did they have the Apple screensaver on the lenses? Because he had gone into sleep mode?
I don't know what you do and how you ramp up in life. And some people are like lizards. They got to sun themselves on a rock for a while before they get going.
Exactly.
Right? I am like that as well. But for me to see you do nothing for the entirety of the show, or by the way, the other fun thing to do is see you look at a file that Pony has pulled up for you, and I don't see the file moving at all in the edit. I'm like,
Static file.
he's just staring at that file.
I will say this.
Do you ever feel like, man, I've done nothing with my life?
Absolutely not. I'm very proud of myself.
Okay.
Where I am.
Yeah.
And I have been working.
Where are you, by the way?
Where are
in
you?
your mind?
I'm here. I'm here.
And here meaning like you showed up?
No, I'm in a good place.
Does it bother you
Give
when
me
you
the
make the
top
trip?
5 things about your life right now.
And let me ask before that, while you mentally order that, does it ever bother you sometimes you make the trip all the way into Washington, D.C., you park, you come up here, you sit, and for the duration of the show, you do nothing, and then you leave? Does that bother you?
No, because that's never happened.
Okay, apparently
all
it's
right.
never happened. Top
That's
5 things.
Top 5 things.
Top 5 things about me, or 5 things I'm excited
Actually, you
about?
know what? Let's sit on that. Let's give him a moment to gather it, because
Top
he's going to
5
need a
things
moment.
in your life.
Right.
Were you just listening to me?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Why did you ask me what top 5 things?
Because you just said top 5 things. You didn't say it.
In the context of the conversation, it was, tell me the top 5 things about your life right now.
Yeah, the important, good, notable things. 5
that you're
of them.
proud of.
Yes, I'm proud of the 8 years
Stop
of
it, stop it, stop it. As I said, we're going to start the show and then come back. You maybe
This
want to
is
look
when
in the waste paper basket and make a note.
This is when I'm staring at the screen and be like, I know he's going to start right now.
Yeah.
He's going to start listening. He's going to start figuring out what's going on.
I love the fact about you that you really do root for him still.
I do.
You've not given up. But I will say this. We've had some really great interns, and we've got mostly a great pack of them right now. But sometimes, Oscar, when you roll the intern dice, it comes up snake eyes.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Have a popsicle. The icebox just broke down and they're melting all over the place. You want one?
No, thanks. Listen,
Have a popsicle.
are you the Wolfman?
No, man, I'm not the Wolfman. Wait a minute.
Who is this on the Wolfman telephone?
Diane.
How you doing, Diane?
All right.
That's the Wolfman.
Do you love me?
He's on tape. The man is on tape.
Say you love me.
Well,
Yeah.
where is he now? I mean, where does he work?
Where?
The Wolfman is everywhere.
Where?
Well, I gotta give him this note.
Here, let me see the note. Hell, that's just a dedication, man. What I can do is I relay it. It'll be on tomorrow or Tuesday.
No. See, this is very important. You see, I may be leaving town tomorrow, and it's very important that I reach this girl right now.
You don't know whether you're gonna leave town or not?
Well, I'm supposed to go to college back east tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I don't know.
Wait a minute. Have a popsicle.
No.
Huh?
No, thanks.
Sit down a minute. It's early in the morning.
Damn.
I can't talk for the Wolfman, but I can tell you one thing. If the Wolfman was here, he'd say, get your ass in gear. The Wolfman comes in here occasionally, bringing tapes, to check up on me and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the places he talks about that he's been. The things he's seen. And there's a great, big, beautiful world out there. And here I sit, sucking on popsicles.
Why don't you leave?
I'm not a young man anymore. And the Wolfman gave me my start in the business. And I like it. I tell you what, if I can possibly do it tonight, I'll try to relay this dedication in and get it on the air for you later on.
That would be terrific. Really. Thanks.
Just a minute. Hey, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks a lot.
Really.
I appreciate it.
Sticky little mothers, ain't they?
They really 6 or 7 of them, right?
I know. I got a whole refrigerator full.
Thanks a lot.
See you later.
Appreciate it.
Rock on, baby. We gonna do it right here. Rock and roll yourself to death. Oh, mercy. Give me some more.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Rob.
All right. Live from the beautiful and state-of-the-art Podcast Village studios in our nation's capital, this is The Mike O'Mara Show. The Mike O'Mara Show is a worldwide radio show and podcast with loyal listeners who get it, and if you're here, you are in the know. We are on air, on demand, and heard 24/7 on the fantastic new TMOS Play a Pod app. Grab it today. Get our new show today. Get all our old shows and streams live all day, every day. You can write us at P.O. Box 32101, Washington, D.C., 20007, or call us anytime at 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now and brought to you by our friends downstairs, Cornerstone First Financial. Here's a fact you got to keep in mind. Home values are at their highest level now in 14 years, which means there are trillions of dollars in equity out there.
Trillions!
So it's a perfect time to use your home as a virtual ATM. Woo! I'm making air quotes. Virtual ATM.
Take my home!
Take my home, please.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Consolidate debt. You can do a divorce buyout. Worth it. Home improvements or anything else, especially since the tax deductibility implications on a HELOC have changed this year. You really do stand to benefit when you look into this.
Let's go talk to Cornerstone.
Yeah, talk to Mark, talk to Joe.
What are the tax implications?
Oh, and they'll tell you, you know what they'll do? They'll stick you to the side of the mouth and say, hey, I'll let you in on it. Come here. Yeah. They're implications, dude.
Yeah.
And if you're buying a house, Cornerstone First Financial is a direct lender with their own money, and they can set their own rates and beat all others. You can get pre-approved before you work with an agent, so you know what you qualify for, just like so many TMOS listeners have done before you. We promise you, Cornerstone First Financial will give you sound advice. I've taken their advice. Oscar has taken their advice.
Doesn't HELOC sound like a helicopter, right?
I thought it sounds more like a villain on like He-Man.
Get to the HELOC!
Get to the copter. Click their banner on our website or call Cornerstone First Financial at 202-625-1221. Mention TMOS and receive a free appraisal at closing. Personal attention from application to closing. Licensed in Maryland, D.C., Virginia, Florida, Georgia, and Colorado. Don't wait. Now is the time to call Cornerstone First Financial.
Or a Highline vehicle.
Yes.
Where you're like the Land Rover HELOC.
Oh, the HELOC comes equipped, standard with California emissions.
That's what I just picked up.
Got myself an all-wheel drive HELOC.
Now I'm millions of dollars in debt.
I am upside down. Upside down.
No, but I'm serious. Like, I got to figure out how I'm going to fix these floors.
Yes.
So if I do have equity in my home, and I've been in my home for over a year, there could be an opportunity to put a subfloor in.
That'd be great.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm going to stop by tomorrow.
Hey, you know what? Maybe we can work a deal with them where you get the subfloor, but put their logo on it. So it's like baked in advertising.
They don't care about that.
No.
Rob, you jerk.
Hey, just, you know what? There are no wrong answers.
They'll tell me, Oscar, it's possible. Oscar, it's not possible.
What they'll probably say is, it's possible, it's unlikely, just walk gently and wear slippers.
Yes.
That's their solution.
Oh, by the way, I found a big rat and I drowned it yesterday.
Stay on that because we have to finish with Adrian. We have to put We have to put Adrian to bed right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My bad.
5 things.
Please, I'm tired.
5 things.
You're tired?
Yeah.
I'm going to tuck you into the envelope. Is that what you want?
Let's do it.
Oh, really gross. Let's do it.
You said it.
Pony, let's walk out quietly.
No.
Leave us alone.
That's what my father calls the bed.
The envelope?
Yeah, and he goes, yo me voy a ir al sobre, which is, I'm going to the envelope.
I've never heard that.
And I really thought about it.
Did you used to think it was post office? Why does he go to the post office every
Well, no,
night?
think about it. You are like a piece of paper tucking yourself into bed.
And if you want to get really technical, the blankets envelop you.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a romance language. Don't let him get off the hook, though.
Okay.
5 things. And start with number 5.
Number 5. I am proud of my 8 years at the hotel.
So these are the things that you're proud of and happy about.
Yes.
And how old are you?
26.
Okay.
You started there at 18?
I did.
What was your first gig? What was your first title? What was your first duty at the hotel when you
Breakfast toast with my square eggs.
Yeah.
got there? Pretty good. All right.
Yeah.
And how are you making? Was it an hourly wage then?
It still is, yeah. But it was a lot less, though.
That upward mobility,
I
let me
like
tell
that.
you.
All right, number 4.
Number 4. I'm excited that I covered the 2018 Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival for you guys.
Jesus.
There
was something there. What did you say?
I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm proud that
Remember,
I covered.
slow down. You're talking to a hooker.
Okay.
Oh, and while you mention that, I have a game I play every day. Hold that thought on
Yes.
number 4. Stack that thought. I open up Instagram and I see who's messaged me.
IG?
And I get on the gram.
Are you
and
on IGTV yet?
And no, what is that?
It's the Instagram TV. It just launched yesterday. We should probably put TMOS on there.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good idea.
IGTV.
So my new game now is I scroll my messages and it's a contest. Do I have more hookers or do I have more people trying to get me to join the Illuminati?
Yeah.
The Illuminati, you are slacking.
Ooh.
because I'd only got like one Illuminati message today and like 5 hookers. And it's always, hello, handsome.
He knows it's Illuminati, people. Don't tell him that he's saying it wrong.
Illuminati.
L-U-G-H-T-Y.
Yeah, he's doing his own
Illuminati.
shtick.
Yeah. Anyway, so step it up, Illuminati.
Please.
Thank you. You restate number 4 and do it in English.
I'm proud that I covered the 2018 Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival for you guys.
Ding, ding. You got
Thank
that.
you.
Okay.
Yes.
And although it could have been a disaster, it actually came out okay.
Thank you. I appreciate
Although we
that.
expected a lot of tapes, we got 3.
Yeah.
It was my first time.
It's
I had
fine.
no
It's big,
playbook.
it's a big win for him. Big win for
They
him.
were long, and although we spent a lot of time giving you advice, you ignored it all.
All
But
right, let's go.
congratulations on number 4.
Let him get to 3, please.
3.
Number 3, I'm very proud of the fact that I was able to, my networking skills, I was able to get Ashley Capses and some pigeons playing ping pong emails.
Okay, see, this is a good thing. I'm happy you said that. This rolls into Bonnaroo.
Yes. This
So
is
this
a subheading.
does not count.
No, if you were making an outline, it would be 5, 4, and then A.
Yes.
That
would
was
be
the example of my networking. That was just an example.
Okay, but do you have another example that would not be part of the Bonnaroo experience?
Yeah, where are you networking elsewhere?
So I'm really good friends with Lenise Harris. She was Wolf Blitzer's producer for CNN. She was Emmy Award winning.
Oh, that explains why Wolf Blitzer's been on the show.
What? She doesn't work with them anymore.
But she has a contact to him,
Yes. Would you like Wolf Blitzer on the show?
Oh, my God. I've messaged him a million times. I can never get
Do you
him.
listen to this show?
Only when I'm on it.
Okay, so you're saying he's honest.
I'm just kidding.
Number 2?
Number 2, I'm very proud of the fact that I am very proficient in Adobe software, Premiere, Audition, Photoshop.
Yeah, but you don't do the work you're supposed to do in the timeline you're supposed to do.
That's just stick, Oscar. You know that's not true.
No, you didn't deliver the Bonnaroo tapes on time. You failed at uploading spots multiple times.
Numerous times.
You forgot to do, you've been late on best ofs. We had to take that away from you. There's so much going on.
I was doing best of yesterday.
I thought
count. He's not involved anymore.
I actually have a list of things that I think Adrian is very good at, and I added video. He's the best video editor we have when we need video
He doesn't
editing.
edit anything though.
No, he does edit some videos occasionally when we need something done, but he's great with Adobe.
Let me tell you this. Someone can only be great at something if they actually do that something, not just because they know how to do it.
This is true. He delivers on when we do best ofs. I usually give him 2. I'll do 3. He delivers on those. It's the spots. You're right. The spots he was totally awful with. But
I don't know why I have to explain this to you guys.
Trust me, I'm with you, but go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because someone has some sort of proficiency, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they may be good at that.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean they're good at that when it involves us. He has failed us more than he has actually succeeded when it comes to that.
This is true.
By tenfold.
Okay, so this is why
How many
I'm talking
times
about
have
best
you
ofs.
been yelled at because he has failed you?
Well, yeah, a few times, but
A few. Do you block them out?
A few.
More or less, yeah, but I have been, of course, going back and double-checking things more. And like I said, he delivers with best ofs, not with the spots.
Okay. What is he involved in with us? Be honest now. We're going to do some show
now,
business.
I'd say primarily what we use him for would be the occasional best of show, and only when I have plenty of time ahead of time to cover for any shortcomings. But phone screening, he's our best phone screener.
Okay. He's not that great at that either.
He's not. But of our choices.
Remember that month he didn't show up to work?
I do remember that month he didn't show up.
We have such a look. People.
Yes, it's on, Oscar.
I promise you that there are people that care about the show working on it. That it's not just, that guy's cool. We'll see how he does. He delivered the project, or he actually did what he said he was going to do, so he's awesome at it. There's got to be a higher bar. And I quite frankly do not feel comfortable with Diego doing any of this work. And I'll tell you why. For the same reasons that 5 minutes ago when I said, hey, man, these are some simple assignment instructions for things I want that I'm going to pay you for. He could not deliver that.
That's true.
You are setting yourself up for failure. And if this happens again, Pony, and he fails us and he lets something through that he's not supposed to, or he has a bad edit on something, it's on you. Why do you keep going to that well?
Like I said, I only really count on him for things that are not time
and
sensitive.
he's smiling over there.
Oh, he's happy as hell.
He's smiling over there because, yes, you have his back. I get that. But we have had off-air conversations
absolutely.
Of like who is not to be trusted. And that person is sitting across from us now.
Like I said, I only trust him with things that I have enough time to fix up if there's a problem.
Okay. Now, that's a lie, but I'm sure you'll fix that and get that taken care of because I can tell when you're trying to cover for yourself. Now, for Diego.
Yes.
You understand that you're great at that, but you're not great at delivering those projects.
Yes.
Remember when you said, Oscar, this is a true story.
All right.
3 weeks ago. You came in, you showed me a logo. You're like, I've got this YouTube thing on lock. We're going to work this out. Where is that?
It is with the rest of my it's my laptop broke, so I lost a lot of all of my software.
All right, let's go to number one.
Number one.
Oh, by the way, number 2 denied.
Yeah, well, because now you can't even do it.
Right. All right. Number 1. This is the key thing.
Number 1.
My laptop broke. You left it under a children's tent in the middle of a music festival.
That was my phone. That was my phone. That was my phone.
You said everything.
You said the laptop too, though.
I mean, it got
Did
wet.
you lie to us about that?
No, the laptop got wet, but it didn't like break down. This was broken down before I left to Bonnaroo. Like I just used a trial of software to get the work done.
All of this. It's a web of lies.
It
right?
is. It's a tapestry
You
and it's
told us
unraveling.
you had to have your computer in rice for 3 days because it got soaking wet.
My
you remember
phone
that
in
lie?
rice.
No.
No, you said
Said your
computer.
computer.
All right, I don't remember
How about
saying
this?
that.
Why wouldn't he remember it? Because
TOS
you're
fan
high.
club. You guys are sleuths.
Yeah.
You love to help. We usually don't like it. Is Adrian lying about what he just said?
Yes.
Throw it up on the page. I know you guys listen to the show every sentence.
They hang on our words.
You go ahead and check that out a little later today because they're going to tell you what you said.
Now, number 1.
Number 1, I'm very proud of the fact of how quickly I can learn musical instruments. I'm proficient in guitar, bass, mandolin, ukulele. I bought a drum set. I'm very good with woodwind instruments like the saxophone.
The pan flute?
I love the pan flute.
The flesh flute?
Harmonicas are hard. Can't
Yes,
figure
they
that
are.
one out.
Mm-hmm.
We've never heard you play a single instrument.
That's unfortunate because I would love
I don't
to
know
bring
that it's that unfortunate.
He offered to bring one in, and Rob has denied him repeatedly.
Really?
all
Yeah.
the time.
I don't know that it's.
Oh, come on. Let him. If he's that
If you
good
could
at
bring
something,
in
that's
one-
This is what I
number
said.
one with a bullet.
What would you bring in if you were given the chance to bring in one instrument?
I would bring in my mandolin opal because Charlie plays mandolin and we could probably jam out or something.
Charlie from Podcast Village.
Yes.
The mandolin.
Yes.
Mandolin rain.
Okay,
Listen to it.
but what's greatest for the show?
Yeah. I think if I were to make a request, I would say bring in a saxophone.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I would love to.
Do you have one?
Yeah, of course I have one.
What about a oboe?
Oh, I would love an oboe. I don't play the oboe, but I can learn it though.
What's the difference between an oboe and a clarinet? Mr. Mozart.
It's a little. The oboe has a little tiny reed.
But no, it's not. It's something more specific than that.
It's lower.
No,
in
no,
tone.
an oboe has a double reed.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So it's a totally different experience than playing a clarinet.
Correct.
Clarinet is closer to a saxophone, actually.
Yes, they're both woodwinds.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
Even though it looks like it's made of brass.
What about a? Oh God, what's the big one?
Tuba?
Cello.
No, not a cello. Yes.
Yes. Actually, funny story. I wasn't
Hold
allowed.
it before you do this. I guarantee you this story's not funny.
It might be.
Go ahead.
I wasn't allowed to play the cello because I was too small for it. In
Because
fourth
you're
grade.
as big as the cello.
Yep. So I had to play the violin.
Hey, I bet if he played,
Sweet.
I bet he could play the violin like a cello.
See, you win me back.
See, you're like the beaten spouse.
Yeah.
You are the lady on Cops.
Well, because he got a hormone deficiency that wouldn't let him grow past the cello.
Hey, it's not true.
Oh, I thought that was the case. No. Oh.
Him and 99 of his friends are all in the movie The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, you're on the brink of what is it? That guy's got him missing a chromosome. Look at that cello.
Come on.
It's taller than him. Way taller.
See him carrying the case?
No, you just see the case walking down the street. You don't see him. You're like, man, that cello's really moving.
There's always room for cello. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Rat Trouble.
Rat trouble.
Oh, Rat Trouble after this on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hello, I'm Old Man Eyebrows, and she's Kathleen Tyner.
I am really glad to be back here.
I understand you've come to help promote the recently returned Cake and Cookies with Rob and Katie.
I've always wanted to, and I will. I can do that. Yeah. I'm thinking of this as my fourth career.
You might remember they used to be on the radio, and now they do a podcast.
I liked the radio more.
Oh, well, nowadays, Katie Von Hyman likes to talk about her crazy jaw problems and life with Dan, Presley, and Judd, while Rob Spiewak chimes in with his incessant dad jokes.
Oh, I wonder how you feel about that.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, but can you share some thoughts about cake and cookies off the top of your head?
Really? Okay. That's a good question. Oh, stupidity. I think it's really good. This is very intimate, some of it. Very, very personal, huh? It is odd. I think it might embarrass you a little bit. You feel lousy about yourself.
I guess that's helpful. It's Cake and Cookies, wherever fine podcasts are found. Hey, Kathleen, want to help sing us out?
No, I don't sing. I just act. Shut up and do it. Don't be afraid.
Forget it.
I know Mike Pollock is doing a voice there, but nothing as ridiculous as the actual voice of Kathleen Turner. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Here, I want to, Carrie, turn up the computer. Linus, listen to this. We all have dogs. We all love our dogs, which is why we love Whistle. Pod Dog loves Whistle. You know, Santos lives here. It's his second home, and he loves the Whistle. Whistle is a device that attaches to your pet's collar that allows you to track their location and activity from an app right on your phone. Whistle is lightweight, waterproof, good for Adrian, and it has a rechargeable battery that lasts up to 10 days. Whistle uses GPS and AT&T's cellular network to monitor your pet 24/7 anywhere in the United States. You can even use the Wi-Fi zones in your house to monitor your pet, and it'll notify you when your pet comes back to its safe place. It's so great. And when your pet is beyond Wi-Fi range, Whistle can track your pet anywhere in the USA using AT&T's cellular network. Microchipping and tags are important for pet safety, true, but Whistle lets you find your dog before he gets lost. Find your pet in minutes and rest easy thanks to Whistle. Whistle brings peace of mind to pet owners across the nation, and for a limited time, our listeners can get $25 off a Whistle device when you use the code TMOS. So go to whistle.com right now and use the code TMOS at checkout. Visit whistle.com today. Whistle, the smarter way to care for your best friend. Now, yesterday was a very nice, I will say thank you to Robin Ferguson for sending lunch for the entire crew.
Very cool.
Yeah. It was so nice that as we were winding up the show yesterday, a gentleman from Panera showed up with all kinds of sandwiches and salad and everything. So thank you, Robin, for doing that. And I knew it was a tempting spread because Oscar had been bemoaning the fact that there was a problem at his house that he needed to get to with some urgency, but you postponed it long enough to have lunch. Was that because you were dreading what was awaiting you at the house?
Yes. So I've chronicled here on the program multiple times that I've got, the city of Washington, D.C. has a rat problem.
Yes.
And by rat problem, not the cute ones you see in the animated films.
No, not Ratatouille.
We've got these big cartoon-sized, possum-sized, small house cat-sized.
Possum, I think, is the most valid comparison because I've seen them. They look like possums.
They're just massive. And they rule the, like, they're not scared of anything. It could be a Saturday night and then everybody's out and about. The rats will be side by side, just skipping down the street, right? So, as of late, there's some major construction going on the corner from our spite house, and that has disturbed what is, I guess, known as a rat's nest, right?
Yeah, literally a rat's nest.
And the city has got involved because, the snooty neighbors, of course, called the city. I don't call the city. You know who I call?
Who?
I call Amazon through our portal where I order traps.
Yeah, you
right?
got the
In
traps.
toys.
Yeah.
And I finally picked them up. They came in. I laid them like booby traps. Yes, I said booby.
You are a shocking disc jockey.
Around my entire home, including the roof, right?
Did you catch any?
That poison, by the way, not to be messed with.
No. Wash your hands.
Gloves, a mask. I'm like Marty McFly with the full radiation suit as I'm handling this stuff. Right?
Really good.
And I lay them all out strategically in the Salliway, which is the little tunnel between my house and the next door neighbor's house that goes to the backyard.
I'm in the Salliway.
That has booby traps all over it.
Right.
The roof has it. Any rats that are coming down.
Sure.
The backyard. And they're all
You're outsmarting them.
Inexpensive lock boxes because I don't want to accidentally poison my dog, right?
Sure.
Now, if that happens, it just happens.
So
I don't want him to go, but you can't control everything.
Yeah,
right?
but thanks to Whistle, you know where he died.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, come on.
Just a joke.
So we sit there and we figure out, okay, and by we I mean me, because my wife isn't doing this. All right, we've done everything. We've cleaned up the poison or little granola bar stacks that you put into the traps has been done under a controlled environment.
Those poison little things, do they taste like coffee peanut Prince or
they
whatever?
Look like peanut butter.
They look like the Cliff Bar that you threw away.
They actually do look like a Cliff Bar, right?
Toffee Buzz.
Like a radiation Cliff Bar. And I'm like, oh, I wonder how like things are going to change now that I have all these countermeasures, right? I didn't take long because that night I heard a squeak, 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 squeak underneath my floor again. I said, oh, I hope somebody finds this peanut butter trap.
Right.
And they start dying off.
Right.
And 3 days later, Santos goes out. Dogs are, smarter than us sometimes. He's like pointing at something that's back there, and it's a diseased rat. That it looks like it's paralyzed. I don't know.
He has seen better days.
At first, I thought it was a squirrel, and I was like, oh, that's definitely a rat because it was so effing big and furry, right? Oh my God. I'm like, maybe by the morning, some hawk would have come, picked it up, or it's scurried away. I don't. Maybe it's pregnant. Who knows? I'm not going to kill it tonight. Come in.
How many times have I had that conversation?
Shannon, I go outside and I see the rat again. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna have to do something about this because it's clearly sick. I got to put it out of its misery.
Right.
Coming into the show because we got that bet going on.
Exactly.
Right?
Got to be here on time.
Yes. In a different galaxy, a land far away, I would have called him and been like, I got to go kill this rat.
Sure.
But it wasn't 24 hours before the show.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Fall into that gray area. Can't do that. Got to be on time.
At any point, did you think that Mike planted the rat?
No. But I was 2 seconds from taking care of it, but I had to get to work, right?
He certainly isn't going anywhere.
I said, Shannon, I'm going to come back right after TMOS, and I'm going to take care of the rat. And she said, thank you. So she goes off to do her yoga thing, and I get home. And I'm here at the show.
Right.
And you saw me. I said, hey, guys, I got to split for 30 minutes right after the show to go kill a rat.
And you were not excited.
No,
I was dreading it. You were really dreading it.
Right after the show, I took 5 minutes. I found a Reddit page, probably not the smartest place to go for information, but I did, of how to humanely kill a rat.
This is the kind of thing that's going to come up after you pass and they check your computer history. And they say, oh, he liked that.
A lot of back and forth. Keep him alive, don't keep him alive. Try to save him, don't save him. And then finally get to the thread that says, smash him with a rock, cut his head off with the tip of a shovel.
The smash him with a rock, was that posted on Reddit in like 20 BC?
No,
because like the Lord of the Flies.
It was like
subgroup.
four threads down, right? Not far to find.
All right.
And then someone writes looks to me a small paragraph, well thought out. He said, look, you smash him with a rock, you don't do it right, he may not die instantly. It's just going to be more terror, more pain for this.
Sure.
For this rat. You cut him with a shovel, his head off.
Like
try to kill him.
Decapitation.
Yeah. What if the shovel's dull and you got to keep chomping at him? That is a terrible way to die.
Yes.
And that doesn't work. So I'm like, oh, this guy's making sense. He goes, the most humane way is to find a bucket and fill it up with water and then pick it up with the shovel and then drop him in there. And I pick up the shovel and I'm like, this guy's in pain. There are little flies running just around him. I'm like, I got to put him out of his misery. So I start to pick him up and I notice that he's moving a little bit. And I'm like, oh man.
That's got to make it harder.
I was like, if you can move, and I, visually I say, if you can make it to the fence line, I'm going to let you go, right?
Okay, yeah.
He didn't. He took 2 steps and he plopped down again. It was over, right?
Right.
Flies didn't budge. They just kept following him.
Well, of course.
Right?
That's their meal ticket. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, man, I don't want to do this to you, but I'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
So I pick him up, shovel, drop him in.
Is it heavy?
Oh, it's heavy. It's a 2-hander pickup.
Oh, God.
And I plop him in, and I'm like, all right. I give him the old, pour some Corona out for him.
Yeah, so long. One for my homies.
Later. And I'm walking away to get something from the little tool shed we have, and I hear what is like a struggle.
Okay.
Coming from the bucket. And I look back, and there's a little beak poking out.
His little pink nose.
Yes. Trying to get out. And I'm like, oh, man. Well, we're and at this point, I'm like, we've gone too far.
Right.
Like, now I'm the Grim Reaper, right? Now I got to get in there.
Right.
So the shovel I have is too big to get into the bucket, but I have the edge.
Right.
So I take the edge, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man. And I take the tip of the shovel, and I put on his back, and I slowly slink him down to the bottom.
No.
And at this point, I'm like, oh, this is the most terrible thing I've ever done. Yeah. All right. So I'm like, all right, man, just let it go, let it happen. And then he somehow squirms his way out, and then he pops out on the other side of the shovel, and he's like, no, I don't want this to happen, right?
Oh, he's fighting it.
By the way, whoever wrote this Reddit article, wrong.
F them. You know what this reminds me of? You remember in Breaking Bad, like at the very beginning of the series, when he like gasses those two guys, and the one of them survives, and he like keeps surviving while he's Walter's trying to kill him.
Yeah, it's just the worst, right?
It's terrible.
So that's what it is. I'm like, well, now I have to get the other shovel that fits in the bucket.
Right.
So I go and grab that thing, and now I have to hold him down at the bottom.
This is so grim.
The most terrifying thing that I've ever done in my life happened yesterday when you feel an animal that is pretty effing big.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a rat or not, struggling for its life because it is trying to push the shovel off if it's back at the bottom of the bucket.
Oh,
right?
my God.
So the thing finally dies, taps out on life.
How long do you think you had to hold him under?
I started remembering what we discussed on the air when you said that they can hold their breath for 3 minutes.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I've completely forgotten about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just stay there. Like I could have watched maybe half an episode of Seinfeld on cable, because I didn't want him popping out again.
No, that's the
go
last
through
thing
this
you
whole thing
want.
again.
Yeah.
Right?
And let's remind everybody, this thing was dying from the poison. This
It's
thing
disease.
was not
Yeah, he
going
was
to
already
survive.
bouncing back.
Yeah, you're taking and putting him out of his misery.
Back. So then you got to dispose of the little guy, right?
Right.
I'm not putting up a pet cemetery in my backyard.
Well, no.
So they tell you in the forum, don't trust the internet, kids. The Rock is more humane. At least you get two pulls on that thing, and not
Great
five,
movie.
not 5 different shovels. You got to put him in a bag, wrap him up like a body bag. Then throw them in another trash can because the rat smell will attract other rats, right?
Okay, so it has to be away from the poisoning site.
Now, this could be all wrong, and PETA might be called on me.
I don't think so.
Great sandwiches.
Drowning the rat. If you are ever in a position, whether it's a rat, a diseased squirrel, anything, not the most humane. Just not the most humane.
No.
And if you do it with a shovel that'll hold them down at the bottom because they're resilient. They don't want to give up on life just like we don't.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I would have just put little concrete feet on him, like a mob hit. And then there's bodies of water around here, and you can just hey, guess who's going to the Potomac? Take the rat to Gravelly Point and say, good night, you shouldn't have talked. You knew. Because what do they call a mob informant?
Well, he's a rat.
He's a rat, exactly. Don't you see? It all makes sense, Oscar.
That is awesome.
All right, when we come back, we have from MythBuster's. This is going to be a legendarily lengthy show. Hope you're enjoying the extra entertainment. No extra charge. We're back with Kari Byron from MythBuster's right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Ciao, ciao.
You did it. You did it.
You did it!
I can't believe you did it.
Yes, because of you, TMOS Live 2018, presented by Zappos, is sold out.
Thank you to our listeners for selling the show out.
Here.
Stay tuned to the Mike O'Mara Show for updates and details on the other events that will be a part of TMOS Live 2018.
Congratulations, you did it. Everybody did it. We all did it.
Boom, bam.
We'll see you on Friday, November 2nd in the Council Chambers Theater at the Zappos Corporate Center in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada. Congratulations to the people that made this happen. You.
Thanks for being the best fans in the world.
The fans of the Mike O'Mara Show.